All right, kids. After a long hiatus, here's a YouTube video. These are a bunch of what I think are my current PRs and a few lifts. There might be a couple repeats or things that aren't PRs anymore, but I believe this is my best set of 5 bench, 120 kilos, 264 pounds. Best set of 5 snatch pulls, very difficult. Definitely end up being more like snatch deadlifts by the very end. Fairly certain I pooped my pants. Best set of 5 clean pulls. Once again, very, very difficult. Probably ill-advised to go for more than 3 here. But that's how it goes. So 440, 200 kilos for 5. Trim my videos better. 150 kilos. I believe this is a push jerk or a power jerk plus split jerk. Yep, power jerk. Hopefully I make the split jerk. Oh yeah. Ooh, a little tap dancing. Pretty sloppy, but this is a no contact snatch. I don't think it was no hook grip. I'm pretty sure that was with a hook grip. 115. Best set of 3 on bench, I think this is. You can see my belly poking out. That's how you know that you're good at the bench press, if your belly pokes out. No, I'm actually really terrible at bench press. For those of you who don't know, in Olympic weightlifting, you don't really train the bench press very often. Ooh, here's 315 pounds. So now I never have to bench again. Because if I bench more than that, then I'm going to have to go up to 405, and that's a long road. But yeah, in weightlifting, you don't really bench press very often because you need to be able to get the bar over your head in a correct position like that. If you get really good at the bench press, chances are your pecs are pretty tight and you can't get your hands behind your head like this. This is a set of 10 in the back extension at 70 kilos, which I think is pretty good. For a really long time, this was my best snatch, 141 kilos. I had done a gajillion reps in between 37 and 40, but just could never get past 41. So this is not my current PR. However, this particular day, I took this lift like 6 times before I finally made it. So I thought it was worth including. So when I slam this bar, it's because I'm finally glad to be done. This is 162. I would call this my current best clean and jerk. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm pretty good at the snatch, relatively. I'm not like really good at anything. These are all pretty mediocre numbers. I'm not pretending to be a good weightlifter. I'm pretty good at the snatch-ish, but I'm not very good at the clean and jerk. That was really close. That's why I included it, but no dice. Here are a series of pretty good front squats. This is no belt with a pause. 400 pounds, 182 kilos. Pretty good grind. 125-pound power snatch. That I'm pretty proud of that one. That was a good lift. And like not even borderline either. That was well above parallel, full power snatch for sure. 188 pause front squat. I believe I do have a belt on underneath my shirt there, the old cheater belt. Yeah. 200 kilos. This is to date my best front squat. I've done a very, very close rep at 201 where it kind of slides off my chest, but no dice. So that's my best front squat right there. 220 kilos. This is my best back squat. No, not true. I have one more in here better than this, but I thought that was a pretty good rep, so I included it. And I tossed it over my back like a cool guy. 163 kilos clean and jerk. I nearly make this, but I also nearly die. So you can see here, I'm really worried I'm going to crush my back on that J-hook there, so I finally bail. This should be my best competition snatch. However, it got 2 red lights from the judges. Take a look at my right elbow. I didn't think that was enough to warrant a press-out call at a meet with like 40 people in it. I mean, what are we doing here? Go back 20 years, and that's a good lift in any meet. World Championship, that's a good lift 20 years ago. Judging is getting ridiculous. And it makes it worse that the local judges are watching too much of the World Championships and taking their jobs way too seriously. Anyway, that's my best pause triple in the front squat. This nearly was my best pause triple. Some good music blasting in the background, and I really thought it would motivate me. And then on this last rep, just got a little forward. Couldn't hold it. What a disappointment. 57. I believe this is my best power jerk out of the rack, so, what's it really count for, but pretty smooth that day, 157. This is definitely my best set of back squat ever. This is 200 kilos for 5 reps. I don't really know what to say about this. The first 4 reps look like I'm going to do a set of 10, or first 3 reps maybe. And then the 5th rep, I about die. My back goes right there. Yeah, but I got it done. I had been chasing 200 for 5 for a really, really long time. I was happy to finally be done with this. That's what I say here. I say it's finally done. Chasing heavy sets of 5 in the back squat is a difficult path. All right, front squat plus jerk, 155. And so you can see here, some of these exercises that I'm calling like it's a PR on this exercise are not, they're not things that you're doing all the time. But still, I thought they were pretty decent lifts, for me at least. Like I said, I'm not breaking down any doors here. I'm not going crazy. I don't claim to be one of the better weightlifters out there. Plenty of better weightlifters than me, but I feel like I don't really post on Instagram much anymore. And I'm also private on Instagram these days because I'm a teacher and I don't want my students to check out my Instagram. I want to stay private. So these are the things that the public can see. And maybe nobody cares, but that's 205 for 3. I'm sure I could do more than that for 3. Ooh, this is my best jerk ever. Maybe a little wobbly, but I feel like it was more like left to right than it was like an actual press out. So, and then in that same day, I also clean 166. So I have jerked 166 and I have cleaned 166 in the same day. However, my best clean and jerk is 162. So I think it's something about a clean, man. It just makes it really hard to do the jerk afterwards, especially when you're 6'2" with incredibly long arms. That's probably my best pause front squat. There was one in here earlier at 188. I forgot about that one at 190. Best back squat ever, 221. Ooh, maybe questionable depth on that one. Maybe questionable depth. 150 power clean, so caught above parallel. And if you want to argue with me about that one, chances are you probably don't squat very deep. Oh, and power jerk. 185 triple on the front squat. I believe this is my best set of 3 in the front squat. This is a good one. 133 for a double. I'm calling this my best, well, I don't know. To this point, it was my best snatch double. I had done 31 prior to that. But I don't know, I just didn't want to take 32. So this is my best competition snatch that actually got white lights. This is at the Sayre Park Steve Sakulis. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Summer Open this past summer, where I won my first and only Best Lifter award. So 137 snatch, 158 clean and jerk. This is where I had decided that from now on I'm never going to take a weight in competition that's more than just a 1 kilo competition PR, unless I have an incredibly compelling reason. So this was a 1 kilo competition snatch PR, or clean and jerk PR. Ooh, this is baseball. I hit this ball off of Carlos Sanabria, who, all right, pause. Oh, I can't pause. That's rough. Anyway, he pitched in the big leagues. He has a World Series ring. He only pitched like 9 innings, but that's my claim to fame. I had 2 hits off him this season. One of them was a double. That's 134. As you can see, I kind of pressed out the final rep, but, there's no doubles in competition, so I'm counting it. 122, this is my best triple ever, only because I've never really done triples in the snatch with any real weight, so it's a PR by default. And I thought I'd share it. Last rep was pretty decent. I think I had missed it once before and then retook it. And this is the all-time heaviest snatch that I've ever caught the bounce and just stood right up, which once again, obscure PR. But it was the same day as, that's not the lift I'm looking for. That was 140. And this is my all-time snatch PR, most recent lift. And actually not even that sloppy either. So 315 pounds. All right, thanks for watching.